Hello viewers, this is the Golden Jubilee special episode, Reminiscing Old Memories. As Arunachal celebrates its 50th years on 20th of January 2022 at 0, we dedicate this episode to every yesteryear's heroes who has contributed in shaping the modern Arunachal Pradesh. We salute them and we remember them fondly. And amidst this celebration, has the vision of the founding mothers and fathers been diluted? It's time for introspection.
So, सबसे पहले I would like to thank Space Miracle Studios for inviting me in presence of the big think tanks of the state, Padmashree Y.D THONGCHI sir, and one of the senior most from Apatani community, LOD KOJEE sir. मैं बहुत ही खुश और गर्व महसूस कर रहा हूँ. Though we are from the next generation, but we take inspiration from the previous generation and the figures like these two great men here. Thank you so much for having me. तो मैं भी उनका नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में काउंट कर सकते हैं. आई डिड माई क्लास 10 in 1992. मेरा पढ़ाई वीकेवी स्कूल से हुआ है. एंड हमारे वक्त में वीकेवी में सेकेंडरी लेवल सीधा नहीं होता था. जस्ट प्राइमरी, मिडिल एंड सेकेंडरी लेवल का होता था. सो इट यूज्ड टू बी क्लास 5, 8 एंड 10 इस तरह का होता था. So 5 till 5 I studied in VKV Ser, then next 5 to 8 in VKV Balijan, and then 9 and 10 in VKV Jairampur.
So you tried all the VKVs.
तो हमारे वक्त में I am very fortunate the VKV came in 1977 and मैं 81 का बैच हूँ. तो मैं बहुत ही I really feel fortunate कि हम लोगों को केजी के समय से ही VKV में इंडिपेंडेंस डे और रिपब्लिक डे मनाने का काफ़ी मौका मिला. और वीकेवी एक स्कूल ऐसा स्कूल है जहाँ पे आजकल के लोग में इस तरह का बहुत सा मिसकंसेप्शन है कि वीकेवी इज ए स्कूल वेर इन सम काइंड ऑफ रिलीजियस ethics are taught, but through this medium I want to say that VKV is not like that. VKV is a school wherein the sense of patriotism and nationalism is taught. तो हम लोगों को बहुत छोटे समय से ही 1981 से लेके 1992 तक मुझे अच्छी तरह से इंडिपेंडेंस डे और रिपब्लिक डे मनाने को मिला हमारे गुरुजी के साथ. आई एम रियली थैंकफुल एंड विद द टीचिंग्स ऑफ स्वामी विवेकानंद I have developed so many things in my life, actually when it comes to the concept of patriotism and nationalism.
Exactly, and no wonder because of that as a position. Sir, did you encounter with SMS teachers or such kind of language? Were your seniors still speaking to you?
No, as sir was saying, the NEFA Students Union, they had given a call on scrapping SMS as a SMS medium. तो वो सर 1972 में था. तो उसमें तो हम लोग जन्म ही नहीं हुए. तो हमारे समय में
71 जैसे में था.
हाँ, तो हमारे समय में it was straight Hindi and English. English, it was an English medium, but we used to have Sanskrit. We had to study Sanskrit from class 7 to 10. That was a compulsory thing. Otherwise, Hindi was from the beginning. And but as sir has said, it's a very our state is a very unique state, wherein we have so much of dialects and we are not able to understand each other when you just cross 10 kilometers from your native. So even among Tagins, my tribe, Tagins of Dumpurijo, from where I come from, and Tagins of Nacho, our language, there is a lot of variation is there.
Yes, there is.
The other day, the Honorable CM and his team were in Nacho and they Taksing, and they came to know about a special tribe called Na, जिनका तागिन भी काफी अलग है. They speak in Tagin. The religious belief system is Buddhism, but they speak in Tagin again, which has a lot of variation from Dumpurijo or for that matter Dapurijo or Talia or Nacho variation बहुत है. तो हमारे समय में लेकिन SMS को नहीं मिला. लेकिन still since I teach in university, we have SMS students also applying for higher studies. Then, but fortunately, I got some chances of learning SMS not through academically, but from neighborhood and all, because I was staying in Zero and I saw when I was in Zero, my father was working in SIB and he had some friends, Assamese friends, and also sir, Nishis also used to talk in Assamese
Yes,
those
they
days,
used to.
80s and 90s.
Used
So
to.
from there I got the chance to learn Assamese. So इतिया मैं all of तो कोबो पारे माने क्लासत मैं जितिया कोई माने Assamese ते भी एकता दुईता word कोई लिए माने that helps me in building a rapport with
Exactly.
students coming from Dibrugarh University or Guwahati University and all.
Exactly.
So these things we see, but unfortunately or for that matter, I never got the chance to study Assamese. Otherwise, like I feel it's a lovely subject.
Exactly.
And Padmashree Thongchhi sir has a lot of knowledge on Assamese literature and all.
Yes,
and
and
his
lots.
contributions have, you know, brought laurels for our state.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that is very true.
Actually,
fair.
सर लोग के समय में सेंट्रल सर्विसेज वाला फंक्शनरीज था
जी
एंड उनका अपॉइंटमेंट भी सेंट्रल सर्विस का मुताबिक ही हुआ है, जो सेंट्रल सर्विस का जो रिजर्वेशन पैटर्न है, जहाँ पे हमारा एसटी के लिए सिर्फ 7.5, तो हमारा अपॉइंटमेंट भी, क्योंकि आई एम इन द सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी, हमारा भी वही ऑल इंडिया सर्विस वाला रूल ही उसमें लागू होता है.
जी, जी.
बट अभी जैसे हमारा स्टेट सर्विस हो गया, जितने सारे स्टेट के सर्विस है, तो इसमें हमारे 80% का हमारा रिजर्वेशन है. तो एक्चुअली बोलने से उनके समय में और अभी जो सेंट्रल सर्विसेज में वो सेम रूल फॉलो हो रहा है.
अच्छा.
तो इन माय इंटरव्यू आल्सो आई गॉट द जॉब थ्रू अनरिजर्व, यूआर बोलता है उसको.
ओके ओके.
तो अनरिजर्व में बहुत हर तरह के रिजर्वेशन के, मतलब हर कैटेगरी के लोग आ जाते हैं.
एनीवन कैन कम.
या सो एक ही पोस्ट था, सो फॉर्चुनेटली आई गॉट दैट जॉब. एंड ऐसा था, तो वही है, उनके समय में वो पैटर्न था और
अच्छा.
जो अभी सेंट्रल सर्विसेज में लागू कर रहे हैं वही है.
जी, जी.
लेकिन अभी का जनरेशन के लिए फॉर द स्टेट, लाइक एसटी कैटेगरी जो हमारा एपीएसटी कैटेगरी जो है, इवन इन द पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन या कोई भी जॉब में बहुत सारा रिजर्वेशन, काफ़ी रिजर्वेशन का लेवल इज़ वेरी हाई. इसीलिए जो अच्छी तरह से पढ़ेंगे, अच्छी तरह से मेहनत करेंगे, उनको तो जॉब मिलना ही है.
मिलना ही.
अभी अपना स्टेट हो गया तो बहुत इजी हो गया. इजी हो गया इस मतलब स्टेट खुद डिसीजन ले सकता है.
जी.
इसलिए अगर ये अरुणाचल प्रदेश, नेफा अरुणाचल प्रदेश अगर यूनियन टेरिटरी या स्टेट हुड नहीं मिलता,
जी.
तो हम लोगों का ये मूवमेंट भी कभी सक्सेस नहीं होता.
अच्छा. जी जी.
तो जब वो हो गया तो अपना स्टेट का अपना पावर है, तो ये इसलिए इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते, नहीं तो नहीं कर सकना था.
Sir, what do you have to say? How is our society at present is going in regards to the way both of them has said about religion? Now that I think our Donipolo is also, you know, having another form of what do you indigenous faith? Sorry, I could not remember. So indigenous faith way it is changing, and the Christian is coming. How do you think that our changes is going on? Is it for the good cause, in your opinion?
You see, like religion, whatever you say, religious based any kind of organization is always looking for the good of that community or whoever believes in that pattern of belief system or valuing things and all. So जब हम अरुणाचल के बारे कहेंगे तो जैसे सर ने कहा, animism was the most prevalent system of belief system, जहाँ पे like nature worshippers है या फिर सामान जो पुजारी जो होता है उसको उसके ऊपर में हर चीज़ को विश्वास करते थे. एंड लाइक माय पेरेंट्स यूज्ड टू से कि लाइक ड्यूरिंग व्हेन वी वर स्मॉल देयर वर इवन समन्स हु यूज्ड टू व्हाइल प्रेइंग रिसाइटिंग they used to cut the wall of bamboo wall of the changar and stream used to come out water. So this kind of belief system is there, and the chicken liver thing and egg, that examination system was there. So these kind of things were there. But the shift actually from animism we have seen in late 70s, especially when the Christianity came to the state, like say 75 and 76 and those days, like when Christianity percolated in our community, there are so many instances of persecution and all.
Yes,
I have heard that there were few people like L. Wanglet in the eastern Arunachal and Sri Tadar Tanyang in the western Arunachal. They were the pioneers in starting the Catholic mission in Arunachal Pradesh.
Okay.
And there have been instances in like Kurumkume and for that matter in the eastern Arunachal, like many people who started accepting Christianity as their belief system, they were persecuted, you know. But having said that, Christianity percolated in those days, but nowadays if you see, especially the women section of the community, they have a, you know, a system of praying the Shiva. Shiva. Shiva is the, you know, the creator, the human creator. He is understood as that. And the Sivaling is considered as the, you know, embody of creation, creativity. So our women in our community, we have seen that women especially, they praise Shiva. And this kind of practices has been linked with Hinduism. But again, the other thing is Hinduism, a person cannot be a Hindu. A Hindu is a achieved status नहीं हो सकता है, वो ascribed status है. मतलब by birth you have to be Hindu, so you cannot be converted to Hindu. जैसे Christianity में like animism से Christian बना, conversion process is there, but in Hindu it's not there. You cannot be a Hindu. You have to be Hindu by birth. So इस तरह का trend is there, but having said that, these missionaries and all, they have, you know, like if you say Hindu, many people, you know, talk about RK Mission schools and VKV of Arunachal as Hindu missionary schools and all, and hospitals which we have in Itanagar. But exactly like Hindu religion as a religion has been not practiced, or for that matter, there is no any embodiment or like any kind of force which enters a community to accept this religion. It depends on the person. Like, मैं एक कोई भी भगवान को मैं विश्वास कर सकता हूँ. As it is said that there are more than 33 crores of Hindu gods and goddesses. तो आप किसी को भी विश्वास कर सकते हैं. तो Christianity में थोड़ा सा like इस तरह का, so many people talk about conversion issues and all. But again in Christianity also, as per se, if I have seen, I myself is a Catholic. I have seen, I was never forced to become a Catholic because it depended on like what I want to believe in, like what my conscience says. So there is a system of testimony. A person has to stand on the church and he has to give a testimony ki why you want to accept God, and then only the process of baptism takes place. This is seen in the Christianity. And but a very good trend which we are seeing now is the coming of indigenous faith and cultural society. And I, as being an Arunachali, I feel that this is a very good trend which we are seeing. It is a kind of a complete paradigm shift of belief system in our state. And I give kudos to the people who are trying to bring up this indigenous faith and cultural belief system in our state. And because whatever it may be, the ethnic thing has to be maintained. The originality has to be maintained. Christians came later on. The believing on Hindu gods and goddesses is a later thing. But we are animist, or for that matter non-believer, or we were nature worshippers. So उसमें देखने से ऐसा लगता है कि indigenous faith and cultural society का जो system है, this will be really beneficial for the state. And an era in which like we have forgotten speaking our own dialect. Even me also, we are the third generation in my family who have done some studies, and with our little knowledge, I feel that कि language बहुत ही बड़ा चीज है जिसमें हम लोग बहुत lose कर रहे हैं. The community is losing. All they have also said. Like even I speak to my children in English because they study in convent schools. Or for that matter, when I was studying in VKV, my father used to speak in Hindi. So ये बहुत ही एक dangerous trend which we are seeing. Like we are losing our language, and the effort which in among our Tanis, like Tani dialect को उजागर करना, या फिर गालों में जो है they are trying to do, and like the state government has recently introduced of you know normalizing the ethnic languages, dialects in their pre-primary schools. This is a very good step which the government is taking. So there are like trends are there.
What is your opinion, sir, in this regard? Is there advantage or it's on the disadvantage side now that we have so many districts?
there is always the advantages and disadvantages of anything which you do. When a person says something, you feel that you are saying a correct thing, but always there will be people who will interpret the things which you have said.
Yes,
so
exactly.
while interpretation, million minds, million things will come out.
Yes, yes.
But ultimately, like any kind of change which has to be in the community, has to be for the benefit of the people. And coming to this geographical divisions of our state, I feel like if you see the trend now, the geographical divisions in the name of districts are based mainly on community basis. And this is a very dangerous trend. And if you talk about community, say if every community wants, so 26 major tribes, and again there are sub-tribes, 110 sub-tribes. So tomorrow even a very small community will say ki we should have a separate district. The government feels that ki maybe this kind of creating districts or divisions of the state will give better administration and better deliverance of facilities and things which people should get. But as Thongchhi sir has said, ki this will create other issues like the centralization of power in few persons' hands. So this can be a very dangerous trend, and I don't see any solution in having so many districts in a country, in a state. If you see so many other bigger states in the country also, it's not that they are having too many districts, but again these states are functioning very well, and the human resource index, or for that matter development index of these states are doing very well, and the basis is not having too many administrative setups, or for that matter too many districts. What is important is like how the government machinery can deliver to the people, and for that the most important thing will be for our state is to do away with communication bottlenecks. Once we have good roads, many things can be done, and just opening a separate district for 4,000-5,000 people, this is not going to solve. I don't feel that this will solve any the issues of the people. Instead, functionalization of the existing districts, making it more vibrant, more people friendly, will be more important. And if you see the trend which we see now in our state, as I said, community-based people starts demanding, few 5-10 people, they join into hands together, they come together and they form an NGO, or for that matter any kind of association, and starts demanding for separate districts and all. And why they are demanding, like with respect to all the think tanks of those potential districts in future, there lies certain vested interests also.
Yes.
Maybe the MLA of that area, or for that matter his right and left hand people, they have their own vested interests. More administrative setups, more tenders, more works. But actually, as I said earlier, these are not going to solve. More tenders, more administrative setups, more infrastructural development in the paper is not going to solve the problems of our state. But whatever we have, the 14th Finance Commission has given certain targets. These kind of targets have to be achieved properly. The development paradigm shift actually in Arunachal has taken place just 2 decades back. Till late 90s, there were not much of infrastructure in the state and all. The main development pattern has started after 2000 and 2002. Here I will not favor any kind of governments like NDA run or UPA government, but irrespective of these political parties, development in Arunachal has seen after late 90s only. And recently the Union Minister for Law, Kiran Rijiju, had said ki around 7,500 crores of rupees will be given under 14th Finance Commission to the state. And I feel for a population of 14-15 lakhs, 7,500 crores is a big money.
Exactly.
Sometimes like when I say or think other than the academics, if I go as a mathematician calculation, I feel that 7,500 crores को आप बांट दो सबको.
Exactly.
15 लोगों को और सबके पास में सबका पॉकेट भरा रहेगा.
Exactly.
But of course, like having said that, that's just a number game which I am talking. Look, as I said, this money has to reach to the people. The people who is standing in the last position in the queue has to get the developmental schemes and benefits which the government intend to do. And it is said that now the central government is also trying to say that they are trying to do away with the special category state for Arunachal Pradesh. पहले कैसा था कि अरुणाचल प्रदेश एज ए स्पेशल कैटेगरी स्टेट बोल के बहुत सारा सेंट्रलाइज स्कीम्स और फंड्स आता था. बट नाउ गवर्नमेंट इज सेइंग दैट कि it's high time Arunachal you try to pick up yourself and draw your own revenue and start running your own state. But however, saying that government is ready to help you, but we also need to, you know, harbinger our efforts, our contributions. And sometimes what I feel being in a university and when I teach to the students, I always try to put into the minds of the students ki I think we should do away with the reservation system. अगर रिजर्वेशन सिस्टम को डू अवे करने से क्या होगा, शायद हम लोग मोर कम्पिटिटिव होगा. क्योंकि रिजर्वेशन सिस्टम है इसलिए हम लोग हर चीज को लाइटली लेते हैं. हमारा तो 7.5% है, मुझे मिल जाएगा. तो दिस काइंड ऑफ डिबेट्स हैज टू बी देयर एंड आई फील लाइक कीपिंग like when our previous generation like these two think tanks of the state is here, we should have more debates on this and they have to be included with the young people minds together and we have to debate about what has to happen, what is there in our state and what should happen for the future of the state. This should happen.
Very true. I totally agree with this part of yours that reservation system, it is not helping us in it. On the larger side, it is actually a loss for us because our people, I think we have one this laid back nature. हो जाएगा काम, कल कर लेंगे and और नहीं करने से भी तो होता है like that. And even if you take in a private job also, they used to say like अगर ज़्यादा strict हो गया तो छोड़ के चला जाएंगे. So this I think we need to give up. I totally agree. So sir, again I'll continue with you. You said that on 90s the other developments came. What do you think, like, because is it because more educated people were there, like now the awareness, they are aware that what kind of development they should be getting in the state, in their areas, and collective consciousness came in them. So what would you actually contribute this development, this shift to, this paradigm shift, whom you will give this credit to?
Actually, you see, like, for the people, by the people, of the people, there is a you know academic connotation. So every government which comes in power has to think on these lines: for the people, of the people, and by the people. But the trend which we see is happening the other way. Huh?
Yes.
Of the people, OFF of the people, by the people. You know, like this kind
it's
of.
It's for the government.
Yeah. So this should not happen. You know,
yes,
like
very true.
Money government gives, but how it is implemented and executed is the most important thing. For example, I was working in health department for around 9 years, and I have seen how the flagship programs like NRHM those days, now NHM is functioning. You see, government gives a lot of money. When I was working around 10 years back, 100 crores का fund आता था बोला है. So 100 crores for just health sector 10 years back was a big money, huge money. But the thing is how it is being expedited in the grassroots or where the services are required. You see, like manpower, they have a lot of manpower is there, right from ASAS se leke the state nodal officer or for that matter mission director of NHM. इतना ज़्यादा manpower है, money fund इतना ज़्यादा है. But the thing is, people are not getting the services. Like my PhD is on reproductive health of the mothers. Like my study was in the Papumpare district, in which I found that manpower is there, but services are not there.
Yes.
Infrastructure is there, but people, they are not in the job. Like when I went to see whether our doctors or for that matter health workers are helping our mothers in delivery
or not.
it is not there in many of the community health centers, or for that matter, wellness centers. It's a very unfortunate thing. So what I will say is, government is ready to give us money, but we have to gear up our, we have to put in the seat belts and start working.
Exactly.
There has to be a sense of responsibility from our sides also. Your parents will
Very
give you,
true.
parents will give you money और बोलेंगे कि IAS ऑफिसर बनिए, लेकिन IAS ऑफिसर कैसे बनना है, किस तरह का peers के साथ में आपको रहना है, किस तरह का ट्यूटोरियल लेना है, how you have to prepare, it is up to you. Like in the mainland, if you see, 18 साल के हो गए, चलो घर से निकलिए. लेकिन हमारे यहाँ क्या होता है, 18 साल के बाद में पढ़ाई करते रहते हैं, नौकरी कॉन्टीजेंसी के लिए जाते हैं, हो जाएगा ऐसे से टीचर, कहीं किसी को पकड़ लेगा और ऐसे से नौकरी कर लेगा, 12,000 rupees per month या 15,000 rupees per month, उसी में ही satisfied रहते हैं. Like even my students, after their PG, if I say what you are doing, they feel shy. Even in the Facebook, I am very active. They see my status and my post, but they will never say anything because they are not confident about themselves. कि सर क्या सोचेगा, मुझे पूछ लेगा कि अभी क्या कर रहे हैं. तो that sense of confidence and the sense of depending on the relative has to go away.
Exactly.
From our young generation.
Very true.
Then only things can advance, and then only we can rub shoulders with the people of the mainland.
Very true, very true. Depending on the elders, this trend is still continuing. If there's one member in the family who is an officer or a well-off, then everyone is depending on them.
Yeah.
Do you feel that hardworking nature of your being an academician, that of your students they are like, they are not as hardworking as sir said nowadays?
You see, like it will involve because of many reasons.
Okay.
When during our previous generation's time, that time internet was not there, and TVs and computers were not there, and so like when these things are not around, automatically you will have to toil manually. Now in the present generation, even for me also, when I go to teach my students, I will have to be very careful in whatever I say, because if I am giving them certain data, for example, on any epidemic, for example, if I say the student is already with the phone in his hand and he is already searching what I am explaining. So he will equate whether sir is saying the right, giving us the right data or not. So these kind of challenges are there. And why this is happening is because some predictor, or for that matter, someone said that in the 21st century, this world will see a certain gadget in the hands of humans which may destroy this world. So sometimes I feel, is it the mobile which we use? Because now today, whatever you want to know, Google Baba is there. You can access to any information. Like these are also again a challenge to the normal conventional classroom teaching and all. It becomes very challenging for we teachers also. So no matter the government, UGC and the Ministry of Education and all, they are trying to upgrade the system of teaching, learning and extension by putting Wi-Fi in the classrooms, or for that matter telling us to use audiovisual while teaching and all. But again, it will depend on the person, or for that matter the student, how much a student wants to learn. Now when a student comes to the class, he is coming through various stages of his जब से शुरू से उठता है सुबह से, सुबह उठते ही उनको मोबाइल देखना है, अपना पिलो के सामने में उसका एंड्रॉइड फ़ोन को देखना ही है कि हमारा फ़ोन में आज कितना व्हाट्सएप मैसेजेस है, मैंने एक फ़ोटो डाला था, कितना लाइक्स और कमेंट्स है. सो दिस हैज़ बिकम अ ट्रेंड फॉर द new generation. Then it is seen that many of the parents complain that the child takes the phone also to the bathroom, and they sit hours together in the bathroom. So whether they are playing games or they are accessing to some unwanted materials, the parents don't know. The parents, for example, in a small nuclear family, the mother will be cooking and she will be shouting at the child, "Aa jao khana khane ke liye, breakfast khane ke liye." And the child doesn't come out from the bathroom. So that is also a challenge. And then the child takes the university bus and comes to the class. In between, he is aware that today he has a presentation in the class and Falana teacher has given this topic for presentation, but that person, the child will not see what he has to speak in the class because he knows that कि मेरा तो रोल नंबर 40 है, 39 स्टूडेंट लोग जो बोलेगा वहाँ से मैं निकाल के बोल लूँगा। तो इस तरह का रेडीमेड चीज़ आजकल बच्चों के साथ में है, इसीलिए शायद the sense of responsibility, or for that matter the sense of working hard has gradually diminished, and this is also a very challenging trend for the modern humanity. But as teachers or as parents we will have to instill the notion of working hard, otherwise because हर चीज़ तो आज की तारीख में hard work, determination and of course luck is required to become someone in life. So this is deteriorating the condition of the society. Even for that, like many people, they ask me whether the Arunachal community or for that matter state has developed or not, they say. Then when they ask me this question, I try to understand the definition of development. Development in the matters of what? Like if you see the present generation, the development in the matters of making money by not doing anything, that is one development which we see. That's why we don't see any kind of tangible results of any kind of money invested in any kind of developmental works. Or for that matter, the young generations, if you see, like when you go to the market, the language they use, the slang words which they use, it really makes you confused. Where have you landed?
Exactly.
During our time, we never use all those words. Even my son and daughters today, they speak all in the slang language which is spoken in American society. So what I feel is this assimilation, or for that matter acculturation of the culture, is a very dangerous trend which we have seen. And most of the development we have seen in our young generation, maybe in the sense of dressing only, शायद westernization ज़्यादा हो गया, लेकिन the ethos of the teachings and learnings and knowing about one's culture, that has not percolated in the minds of youths. Only today girls and boys are interested in K-pop. लेकिन K-pop जो the person or the group BTS for that matter is performing, they have toiled under so much of hard work.
Exactly.
It is heard that they have to undergo cosmetic surgery also to look good. They don't eat food. How much hard work they put. But यहाँ में क्या है कि Forever 21 में गया, कोरियन ड्रेस लिया और पहना, सोच लिया कि आई एम ए K-pop वाला और मैं कोरियन जैसे लुक देखता हूँ. तो we have become developed in dressing, but not in our minds. So this is a very big, challenge for our society.
It's very big
and it is like, I will not say कि आजकल के बच्चे लोगों को ही मैं responsibility नहीं देता हूँ. इसका responsibility हम parents को भी है, हमारा school का भी है. And unfortunately, since last 2 years, because of online trend के कारण बच्चे कुछ नहीं सीख रहे हैं. बस like parents को बोल रहे हैं कि I am in the class, online class. Now online class में on करने के बाद Google Meet में enter करने के बाद में बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं किसी को पता नहीं. Because these days, as sir said, कि हर किसी को space चाहिए. You cannot enter your son or daughter's room. बहुत मुश्किल हो गया. So this is a very difficult situation we are reeling under.
So we have to understand where we are now. What are the last messages that you would like to tell our audience and viewers from your side on this Golden Jubilee special episode?
We had a very wonderful discussion, and I congratulate the Space Miracle Studio also for having such a wonderful discussion. I hope such kind of discussions should be more, especially with the previous generations, because they are our treasure, and we are here to learn from them, and we have to take our state with their experiences in life. Before they are perished, we have to document everything what they have experienced, what they know, and deliberations have to be caught on the camera. So my message to the state of Arunachal Pradesh for this 50th years of the naming of Arunachal Pradesh from 1972 will be to take the sense of responsibility. We have to imbibe sense of responsibility. We should not be looking only forward what the state will be doing for us, but we should question ourselves what I can do for the state. As Swami Vivekananda believed in the concept of man making nation building. That sense has to be imbibed among us. And he had said ki, I will not be happy till the last person in the queue is like taken out from poverty.
Wow.
And if I see even a single person who is reeling under poverty, I will hold responsible to each and every successful person of the country. He said like that. So we will have to take the sense of responsibility, develop yourself, try to take people with your hand, take them also along with you.
Very beautiful messages. So thank you so much, Sir Lord Kojee, Sir Y.D THONGCHI, and Sir Bage for coming tonight and sharing your thoughts and experiences with us. Wish you all a very, very happy Arunachal Day from all of us at this space. Malang malangam payaling cho.